I remember when I experienced my very first heartbreak from someone I knew and loved that passed away. Hi, my name is Dr. Jamila Banks, and I am your holistic licensed marriage and family therapist who specializes in trauma informed care, anxiety, depression, and suicide management and reduction. And I remember when I experienced my very first heartbreak from someone I knew and loved passing away. Now, as I mentioned in previous sessions, in ninth grade, I attended Dorsey High School. The first couple of weeks in PE, we had to walk around the track. And on the campus, there's a continuation school. And after walking around the track for a couple of weeks, I noticed a young man. He noticed me. He started talking that talk. I went over to listen. And a few months in, we started dating and became boyfriend and girlfriend. That was my very first boyfriend, Deontay Ricks, aka Puppet. At the time, he was actually from the neighborhood set, and one of my closest friends was too, and I had asked them both if I could join, but they said, hell to the no. So, most of my time was spent ditching and hopping fences to run up and down through the jungles my ninth and 10th grade year. So my 10th grade year, as we were almost approaching summertime, I noticed he started withdrawing a little bit. Our calls were getting less and just the attention wasn't the same. Summertime happened, and I remember me and my best friend were walking through the neighborhood, and I happened to spot him on the stairs with another girl. And I came over, and I'm always a girl's girl, so I looked at him, he looked at me, we talked, we had our words, and he let me know that it was over and he was going to be dating this young lady. And I was heartbroken, but it was what it was. As I mentioned in the previous session, on that last day of school, I had a fight, so I got kicked out the school. And that summer, we were also homeless, running from my stepdad who got strung out on cocaine. So I lost contact with most of my friends that summer, as well as my previous boyfriend. And then I started Gardena High School for 11th grade. 11th grade and 12th grade, I actually had another boyfriend. And then in 12th grade, one of my friends who used to go to Dorsey contacted me, and she wanted to know if I wanted the number of my past boyfriend. And of course, I always wanted to know how he was doing. So I gave her permission to give him my number. He called, he stopped by, we chopped it up. He apologized for how he broke my heart, and, let me know that he had got his heart broken too. So he understood, and that he wanted to rekindle and try our relationship